You know that moment when everything seems okay, and then one small dark thought slips in. It starts quiet, almost innocent. I messed up again. They probably hate me. What if everything falls apart tomorrow? And before you can even catch your breath, your mind is already replaying it, louder, heavier, faster, until it feels like the only real thing in the room. If this happens to you more often than you'd like, you're not alone. And more importantly, you're not broken. You're not weak. You're not defective. You're not failing at being a person. Your brain is doing exactly what it was built to do: protect you. The problem is, it's running very old survival software in a world that has changed dramatically. Today, we're not just going to explain why negative thoughts feel so powerful. We're going to map the whole system. We'll look at why they feel so true, why they're so hard to shake, and most importantly, we'll build a small, practical toolkit. Not to eliminate negative thoughts forever, that's not realistic, but to change your relationship with them, so they stop running your life. Let's start with the foundation. Negative thoughts are not random. They are not proof that something is deeply wrong with you. They are your brain's ancient alarm system doing its job too well. Thousands of years ago, a negative thought wasn't a nuisance, it was a lifesaver. That rustle in the bushes might be a predator. If I don't prepare for winter, I'll starve. The brain that obsessed over danger survived. The brain that stayed overly optimistic didn't. You are the descendant of the worriers, the planners, the hyper-vigilant. Your mind is still running that same survival software. It's a threat detection engine. It scans, it magnifies, it replays, because back then, repetition meant remembering, and remembering meant survival. Here's the glitch. Your nervous system never got the 21st century update. It cannot tell the difference between a physical threat, a tiger, and a psychological threat, a critical email, a social slight, a future worry. It treats them with the same chemical cocktail: cortisol, adrenaline, fight, flight, freeze. That's why one negative thought can hijack your entire biology in seconds. It's not a character flaw. It's a biological misfire, a leftover from when the world was much more dangerous. Now let's look at the two main engines that take this alarm signal and turn it into a full mental storm. First engine, negativity bias. This isn't a choice, it's your brain's default setting. Your brain is wired to give negative information up to 5 times more weight than positive. One criticism drowns out 5 compliments. One failure erases the memory of 10 wins. Think of it like Velcro for bad experiences and Teflon for good ones. This bias was brilliant for survival. Ignoring a berry that made you sick once was more important than remembering 10 that tasted good. But today, it means your brain is naturally building a case against your own worth, happiness, and safety based on skewed evidence. Second engine, rumination. This is what makes thoughts sticky. Rumination is not problem solving. Problem solving looks forward. What can I do? Rumination looks backward or inward in a loop. Why did this happen? What's wrong with me? It's mental chewing. You take the same painful thought and chew it, hoping to digest it into something safe. But chewing doesn't digest. It just wears a deeper groove. Every time you replay that worry or criticism, you strengthen the neural pathway. You are literally practicing anxiety. You're carving a superhighway for distress, and then your mind starts racing down it on autopilot. So, how do we interrupt this ancient overactive system? Not by fighting it head on, because fighting usually makes it stronger, but by skillfully updating the software. Here are 5 practical, quick tools you can use the next time the spiral starts. They're not magic, but they work with your brain instead of against it. Tool 1, name it to tame it. The instant you catch a negative thought, label it out loud or in your head. There's the catastrophe story again. This is the shame loop kicking in. Or simply thinking. Neuroscience shows that labeling reduces the emotional intensity within seconds. You move from being inside the thought to observing the thought. You activate the prefrontal cortex, the rational adult part, and quiet the amygdala, the alarm center. You create critical distance. One word, one label, and the grip loosens. Tool 2. Delay the spiral. When the urge to ruminate feels overwhelming, make a binding rule. I'm allowed to think about this, but only after 15 minutes. Set a timer if you need to. Go do something mundane. Wash dishes, fold laundry, walk around the block. This is called urge surfing. You let the wave of emotion rise, peak, and fall on its own. Most people discover that when the timer ends, the urgency has dropped dramatically. The thought is still there, but it's lost its emergency status. Your brain learns, I don't have to react instantly, I can wait. Tool 3. Externalize it. Take the swirling thought and give it a shape outside your head. Write it down, exactly as it is. Don't edit, don't argue, let it exist on paper. Then read it back as if it were written by someone else. Most people are shocked at how much less powerful the thought looks on the page. It's no longer an all-encompassing truth. It's just words. You can even write a gentle response. Thank you for trying to protect me from rejection. I hear you, but right now, I'm safe. Tool 4. Move your body, even for 60 seconds. Negative thoughts thrive in stillness. They love when you're frozen on the couch or in bed. Break the loop with motion. Stand up. Shake your arms and legs vigorously. Do 10-20 jumping jacks. Splash cold water on your face. This triggers the dive reflex and interrupts the stress feedback loop between mind and body. It signals, we're moving, therefore we're not trapped. The thought might still be there, but its fuel supply is cut. Tool 5. Anchor to the present with one simple question. When the spiral starts, ask, what am I physically feeling in my body right now? Not the emotion, the raw sensation. Tight chest, racing heart, heavy stomach, cold hands. Describe it neutrally. There is tension, there is warmth, there is pressure. This is the most practical form of mindfulness. It pulls you out of the abstract story, past and future, and into the tangible reality of now, where you are actually okay. You will not stop negative thoughts forever. That's not the goal, and it's not realistic. The goal is to stop letting them run the show. The shift is subtle but profound, from I am a failure, I am having the thought that I am a failure, from being the prisoner of your mind, being the curious, compassionate observer of it. Every time you use one of these tools, you are doing something powerful. You're teaching your brain a new pathway. It's slow, it's not linear. There will be days when the old groove wins, but it compounds. One interrupted spiral at a time, the anxious highway gets weaker, and the path of observation and choice gets stronger. So, next time the darkness rolls in, remember this. You're not fighting your brain. You're helping it update its software for the world you actually live in. You're allowed to be gentle with yourself while you do it. You're allowed to take it one small interruption at a time. If any part of this felt like it was speaking directly to you, like the video if it helped even a little. Comment below, what's one negative thought pattern you recognized here today? Just naming it out loud is already the first step. Subscribe if you want more of these deep, no-fluff dives into how the mind really works. You're doing better than you think, even when it doesn't feel like it.